Thank you guys so much for setting us up and allowing for us to give some of our expert analysis, even though you guys absolutely hold it down. But here we go, folks. It is time, Arlington. New York versus Boston, and the rivalry begins in the cage.
And here we go. That's going to be 3 early kills going in favor of Boston. So they're going to start off with the initial time on this hard point.
It is terrifying, but a very low-scoring affair over at P1. Meanwhile, it's time for Field, and it's Boston who are there early.
And you look at New York, they're still having the spawns coming in from back stables. That's still going to be 2 dead. Methods hitting shots like that. Him and TJ all over the kill feed, holding this hill from the front side. They find all 4. They're able to flip the spawns, and this has been a great start for this young Boston roster. He's eventually going to drop. New York is still holding control, but on the opposite side, you have Clayster set up, still putting them in that spawn trap, and New York have been uncontested so far in this P3 hardpoint. This lead is getting absurd.
Yeah, this is getting quite scary on this one as Hydra walking through bullets. A picture-perfect start for the Subliners, at least in these last few hills. Methods even pulling out an SMG just to try to get some work, trying to change the script a little bit. What can Boston do? I can literally hear Clay from the stage myself, as that's going to be 2, make it 3, 4 down in the feed as New York continue to roll. Krim is beaming with an SMG from range, for God's sake.
He's still alive.
5 more points, and Krim, he's still alive, 36 and 28, leading the lobby. We had questions about if he could even run the roll, let alone lead the lobby in kills. They can't win it off of this hill, but you gotta think they're in the best of situations. A 5 spree right now for the GOAT, make it 6 in a row, final 2 points, and that will be it. A statement on Bocage. This is a debut for both Cap and Nero, but at the same notion, when we talk about those 2 players, they're known as search and destroy specialists. Cap Seidel specifically, Nero, of course, very well known for their search and destroy game. There's been a lot of people talking about how if Boston can be great at hardpoint, that would be perfect because this roster is well suited for a game mode like this one in search and destroy.
Yeah, Tuscan is going to be an absolute, it's going to be so fast, man. Clayster's actually going to have the sniper out.
Shot whistles past the ear of Methods is now with that bomb. See what they can do with it. Still lingering through the middle side of the map. And player 1 and player 8 very well could meet soon. As now it's all going to be on to Krim. It's going to have to be the aces. That's going to be 3 to start. Can he turn on the Methods? Not going to happen. It got a little dicey there for a moment.
Here we go.
Is it going to be the snipe? Does not look like it, at least based off the mini-map. But it's Krim again with the nades. The nade spots out of the vet will then set up the plant from Neptune. Some great utility already from the Subliners as Capsule looks to try to ruin this setup, but bing bong from Clayster. A good old headshot there on the Cap as we say goodbye to Methods as well, and good night to Nero. Really sniper battle, you know that Clay's got it as well, and he's got the better shot. The veteran showing the rookie a few tricks as well. Methods quick to get out of dodge. Meanwhile, it's Nero who has to make sure that nobody is going to be on the defuse. Methods playing the long route, able to bring it to a 2 versus 2. Time continues to tick away. Hydra and Krim looking to go for the play. Smoke begin to dissipate, but here comes Nero. And once more, Boston Breach fighting back.
As you see number 5 on the minimap, Capsule trying to work his way around that B site. As Hydra might be able to spot a couple players rotating towards B. He might have got great timing here. This could work out in his favor.
This could be great. TJ's still alive.
Got a plant.
Making him have to plant. Clayster falls. Hydra there, aware of his position. And Boston clutching up.
Yeah, so this map is going to be really difficult. The way you want to play this map is always attack that A point first, because B is going to be so difficult to try to push up on unless you hit them nice and early and can get to their base. Usually a lot of teams are going to attack this A point to try to extend this time by a minute, and that's what you see NYSL is starting to do. You see Breach pushing through ring as Clayster's going to be holding down the middle of the map. Method's going to be sitting top green. He finds 1. Hydra with the trade, able to find 2. The first tick of progression is going to come in for this A point. Pay attention to number 6, though, on TJ. He will get taken down, so no pinch is going to come in.
Right side, go.
And mid, absolute 3 steps, absolute 3 steps.
Top right, both.
One with the ring steps weak.
Nice, that's 2. Hydrate Clay.
He's gonna be.
Well, a few seconds left, and Breach just happened to hop on the point, but there goes Methods. Nobody's going to be in range, it looks like, and Nero slide in. No, he's not going to be able to do that. Over toward bottom ship. Got close for Subliners, but some big plays coming through from Methods, and some clutch kills, really, from Nero specifically, that allowed for them to see another round. But as we talked about for Boston last time, it was an all-out B hit, doesn't work out, and learning from their mistakes, Jay.
Yeah, they're definitely going to attack A this go around. So it's all about winning these initial gunfights. Hydra and Krim are going to be the players trying to contest it. Hydra's going to work his way up the ladder with the pistol, find that first blood on the TJ. Hydra having himself a map, 22 and 11.
Oh, come on.
23, two pistol kills, make it the third onto Nero. He's just shutting down this 8 point single-handedly. If he would have picked up that kill, oh my God, he's a monster.
To really try to go for the stack already. They've got 2 players in the point. Meanwhile, it's Cap trying to hold off some of the early spawns, the turn and burn, as that's 3 who fall from New York. Clay doing everything he can to try to stop this progression, getting some ring control, but the shots instantly met from Nero. NYSL, you see it, no respawns left. A 4v13, a minute left. It would be a miracle if New York can hold on to this, but Cap, the quick challenge, he gets taken down, and if you're Boston, you gotta be careful. You don't want to throw away these lives.
Nero's going to work his way around the long flank. TJ with a great nade on the Hydra, so now it's all on Neptune. Pretty much an impossible task to get done in Boston. They have brought this map all the way back. We're going to around 5. Once again, Neptune and Clayster are going to be working their way through the middle of the map. Hydra's able to find 1, finds 2, as Clayster finds the 3rd. And this can get scary because we saw the positioning from Hydra, how it worked out their very first defense. That's going to be 5 straight kills, make it 6. They have the positioning, they have them in a spawn trap. This is going to be difficult for Breach to try to break out.
Meanwhile, the fight continues to progress over at that A point. Methods tempted to maybe try to make a route, trying to make the flank. Time going to be stopped at 9 seconds and some change. Neptune jumps on in, the pistol is out, and it's firing quite well. Does get traded. Hydra, the last line of defense toward the bottom side of the boat, is able to turn on to Nero. Time continues to tick away, and Boston, they've got to do something. They have to hop onto the point. 1 player's going to be here, and it's Capsule stopping the time for a second. He gets off the time, and NYSL will clutch up in the round 5. The greatest sports rivalry ever meets esports. Is this where we call it for their first encounter of the CDL? Or can Boston clutch up, continue to fight to send us to a map 5? Here we go, in toward map 4. Breach, potentially their final map here at Kickoff. We'll see what they can do. As New York off the rip with the preferred sign in terms of spawns, they have the ability to get here first, and in fact, Gold just happens to sit on their side of the map. So it is a multitude of different players you're going to have to take out of positions just to even get toward this hard point. But Clay, he's found a lane inside of Black. Nobody's looking over toward this position, but he's made his way in, and that's going to be 2 for him. Boston's still spawning close, but Clay, a great little turn there, but at least sets his teammates up as New York, they're rushing on into the hill. Capsule bringing down the glide bomb. Not going to do too much damage. 80 as a matter of fact. But again, with that flipping of spawns, it allows for New York to be in a much better spot. They know exactly where they're coming from. Right through the train station is where Boston try to funnel themselves through. But Clay primed and ready for it, as that's going to be 4 in a row now for him. In their favor. So again, great time at P1, but also thinking about the future is NYSL also. A few players trying to make their way up through the alley, but Krim aware of that common angle. Didn't look like he had a chance in the world of taking that fight versus Methods. That's going to be 2 in a row for him. Again, aware of the push that Boston not just need to make, but have to make at this stage of the game. 1 player sneaks through. That's going to be Nero. That's 2 for him. Make it 3 in a row for the Young Guns. They can still win it. They have to contest for at least 1 second. They've got to contest. Nero being aware of it, trying to stay alive inside the train station, as that'll be 3. Hill contested, but now it's about the rotation, and look who's here. It will be the Breach.
Cap trying to do everything he can to hold it down. Cap and Nero, the rookies, stepping up here. So only be one player left in the position. It's going to be Neptune. He's going to drop. Tie game. They can win it here.
Only a few more seconds. New York, they've got to try to contest. Clay winning a big fight. That's going to be one. Can't find the second. Methods wins it. Do we have a game 5? And you bet we will. Boston will not go away.
So here we go. First game 5 of the entire year. We called it too. We did. I knew we were going to get one.
Yeah, we did call it. We'll give ourselves some props at the end of the series. But here we go. In toward the round 1, it will be the New York side on the attack here at Berlin. More often than not, you'll see that B bomb site attacked. A few A hits every once in a while, but it comes out of game 5, so you can pretty much toss some of those strats out the window, as it is a slow one.
So now it's all about linking up with your teammate and playing this trade.
And how big that kill would have been for TJ as well. Somebody top fire. They can actually see that angle from where they happen to be. You check that far right window, and Neptune is going to be able to sniff him out. A big round from New York, what looked like some potential for a 1 versus 3, and really it goes back to that initial engagement where TJ plants the bomb. If he takes down Neptune, a totally different round. And I hate to say it, but Cap, 0-3.
Yeah, so far, from what I've gathered from Breach side, is that they're always trying to play for the trade. Some kills, you don't have to do it. Like when Neptune pops that kill in A, no, you don't have to go in there and try to get that kill, because Neptune was able to find 2, and that's going to be an early 2 kills for New York. Now it's going to be a 4v2. Bomb is going to be down at this B bomb. It's all left up to TJ and Methods.
What, to start off that early phase there for Capsule? He's not even expecting 2 players to flank him from that dock side. Methods able to take down 1, but again, it's just the trades from New York, the amount of players that they have alive. But here we go. Potentially the final round as Hydra. TJ's able to take down 2. Methods instantly inside of gold, gets ripped apart by Krim. 2 versus 1. Krim for the clutch. He jumps over the top and does get taken down. Boston full send it with the tournament on the line. Methods, meanwhile, Hydra spots one running on into Library. Shuts him down for the first blood. Meanwhile, TJ's doing some work, traded out. There goes Methods. And now it's all on to Big Cap. Can he go huge? 1 versus 3. Bomb is down, and there he goes. New York will walk away with the series. A back and forth.